It's bizarre. Can you just tell the people, because I've told people I've had this experience, no one has ever heard of this thing. Can you explain what ecstatic dance is?
Yes. Yeah. Which continues to confound me that there are still so many people who have never heard of this. So ecstatic dance was, depending on who you talk to, but ecstatic dance started in Hawaii and then came to California and is now international. Ecstatic dance happens all over the world. It is a substance-free dance space that is held with the intention of actually dancing. So on the dance floor, there is no talking, no phones, cameras, videos, tech, all of that sort of stuff. We keep that all off the dance floor. We dance barefoot and we practice community care. And then I mentioned it was sober, but we dance free from all substances. And all of that is with the recognition that music, dance, movement, breath, it's all an incredibly powerful meditation where we can let whatever is happening in our psyche, in our body, in our brain, whatever, we can give it a space to move and to be expressed and to be alchemized maybe into something new. It's also just such a fucking amazing thing to come together with a whole bunch of other people and just be your freaky self and know that nobody is judging you.
But are they not judging you?
I mean, I'm not. It's one of those things that every time somebody comes to one of those dances, and we've had dances that have been really small, right? 12 people have come. Every time that somebody comes to one of those dances and is like, oh my God, I just felt like I could be myself. I really felt welcomed here. I'm like, okay, great. Well, I'm going to keep doing this then. We'll keep doing this. If 6 people come and 2 of them had an experience where they felt really, really welcome in a community space, I'm happy to keep doing this work. I'm fulfilled by this work. And do people come sometimes maybe who are looking around and being like, well, this is a bunch of weirdos? I'm sure. Totally. But do they ruin the space for other people? No. They just ruin the experience for themselves. That's all that happens. Because they're the ones who are on the dance floor in their head thinking about what's happening, probably wondering about what other people are thinking about them, projecting that on other people. And that's the process. That's what we're doing on the dance floor. Now, I'm really curious. Okay,
oh, yeah.
You've used the word bizarre. Tell me about this.
Yes. So, a friend and I came for your ecstatic dance a few weeks ago, and the theme of the night was shadow dance, which it's my understanding that you don't necessarily always have a theme. This was a very special, specific night.
Yes.
So with the shadow dance, you had to dance with your shadow. And by shadow, you mean the darker parts of yourself, the more uncomfortable parts of yourself, the parts of yourself that you push down, that you're embarrassed by, the parts of you that exist that you wish didn't exist. So I thought that was really interesting. So me and my friend, we made the decision to sit on opposite sides of the room at the beginning because we knew that the point of this was to just have your own individual experience. So this is a 2-hour thing, 7 to 9, the entire process. In the first 15, 20 minutes are people just getting settled in. We're all sitting down. This is at a yoga studio, so we're all sitting down. You guys are doing the housekeeping and the intentions for the night, what's about to happen. And my friend and I steal a glance or two at one another. And we're just like, what have we gotten ourselves into? That was the eye contact that we made, because there's people in this room who are clear ecstatic dance pros. They do this all the time. I'm seeing neck cracking and wrist rotating. And I'm like, my friend and I had gone out to dinner before. I was wearing jeans and I was like, just going to wear jeans. And she's like, you probably shouldn't wear jeans to ecstatic dance. I was like, oh, all right, I'll go change. I mean, I don't know what this is going to entail. Thank God I didn't wear jeans.
Yep.
So this first 50 minutes, we're freaking out. I'm just like, just rip, stop talking to me. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Like, let's get this thing over with. And then you start the music, DJ Ankati. You were a fantastic DJ. And it's this really, I mean, I don't even know, how would you describe this music? Like, it's kind of trap housey.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of trap housey. Seldom are there lyrics. And so the first 10 minutes or so, I closed my eyes. You had said that you close your eyes. So I was like, all right, if she closes her eyes, I'll do that. And I'll just be mindful of the people around me so that I don't bump into anyone. Because it was a pretty packed space that night. I also didn't want to know what other people were doing. I didn't want to steal any inspiration. And I didn't want to be self-conscious about what I was doing in comparison to them. So I was just in it the first 10 minutes or so, eyes closed, doing what I thought I was supposed to be doing, just doing what my body wanted to do because I knew that was the point of it. And then I eventually opened my eyes just out of curiosity. Okay, what is everyone else doing now that I feel a little bit more comfortable in this space? The things that I saw that people were doing, I could not help but laugh at. Just like, if an outsider walked in right now and had no idea what this is, they would think a whole bunch of people are tripping acid.
Totally.
but it was really freeing just to see, you know, because you had said multiple times that everything goes. There is no right or wrong way to do this. You can lay on the floor the whole time and breathe, and that's ecstatic dance. And you can say that, but I don't necessarily believe it until I see it. And so then when I saw that there were some people who were just standing there bobbing their head, and there were some people who were just like laying down with their feet up against a wall, and I was just like flailing crazily because that's what felt good in that moment. It was a really cool experience. Bizarre, definitely, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, and I was exhausted. I mean, I danced my little butt off. I guess I had a lot of energy to shake off that night, and a lot of dancing with my shadow, which I really enjoyed that theme of it. But at the end, after the dance portion of it was over, we all sat in a circle again, and you guys asked us to just give one word to describe how you were feeling in that moment. And there were some really beautiful words thrown around, but mine that I gave was free. I felt free to just exhale, to just connect to my body, just to listen to myself and what I needed, because I did truly believe by the end of it that no one was judging me, that I was not judging anybody, and I felt so comfortable in my own skin, you know, in ways I never really had before. And so, yeah, I felt truly free. And since then, you know, at the time we're talking, this is 2 weeks ago, I've just been dancing up a little storm in my apartment. I've just been like, wow, I've unlocked something now that I'm not self-conscious, because when I go dance at a wedding or dance at some other type of thing at a bar, I'm definitely self-conscious about how it looks, and I'm not a good dancer. I would not classify myself as that. But in ecstatic dance, it doesn't matter if you're a good dancer.
Exactly.
And so of all the dancing experiences I've had in my life, I would say this is by far the best one, the one where I've had the most fun.
Yes.
So I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah. Amazing.
I'm bringing another friend, and I'm like, are you sure you want to go to this? Yeah, I'll do it. All right.
Amazing. Yay. Thank you for spreading the word.
Yeah, it's fun. Bar and Soul every other Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m.
Second and fourth Saturdays. Yep.
Okay.
You know, I think you just described the journey for a lot of people when they first come to ecstatic dance. There's the opening circle, and they're sitting there and they're looking around going, oh God, what did I just get myself into? Because yeah, there are people who like have been doing this for a long time. So maybe they know each other, or they're like stretching, and people are showing up going, am I supposed to be stretching? What am I
Right. That was me.
What am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to be doing? Right. And then once the music starts, again, like you said, there's this part of your brain that's like, how am I supposed to be doing this? What are other people doing? You know, from the DJ booth, I'm often watching that happen as people are kind of like, they're doing this like little bop, and they're like, I don't really know what everyone else is doing. And then eventually they realize, people actually do have their eyes closed, and people actually are lying on the floor. They didn't just like say that at the beginning. I mean, I think this is the essence of meditation. It's the essence of yoga. It's the essence of like this whole awakening journey as humans. Is we come in with all these ideas and all these thoughts around like What's it going to be like? What am I supposed to be doing? What are other people doing? What are they going to think of what I'm doing? And then over time, it's like, no one gives a shit what I'm doing. And in fact, sometimes they might be like, oh, what you're doing is really cool. Can I like jump around with you too? Like we had the whole section of the night where I played, this is the shadow dance section. I don't usually play Rage Against the Machine, but I did. And we had the whole room like screaming.
Yo, that was wild. So cool though.
Yeah.
There was some F-bomb in there. I forget what the line was.
Oh, it's fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
That was powerful.
Yeah.
We all just started chanting that loud. And while there was no talking aloud conversation between people, there would, and you guys did encourage at the beginning of the night, like whatever emotion that you've got just inside you that wants to come out, especially as you're dancing with your shadow. So it's kind of a darker energy, just like growl or howl or scream or shout. That's fine.
Yeah.
And so there was lots of just random howling, which I love doing that. That was fun. And yeah, that moment in particular that you spoke to was really wild. And I remember when that happened, I was not only participating in the shouting, but also just like laughing, but not laughing at what was happening. Laughing as in, again, I feel so free right now.
Yeah. Yeah. When we stop bottling the energy all up in the name of like, oh, I'm supposed to be like proper and, adulty. Like on the dance floor, it all goes. If you need to shout, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me, and like jump. That was so beautiful to witness the dance floor just freaking out like that. And to do it together.
Yes.
To all do it together and to be like, wow, we are all in this really primal expression of the human experience and we're all doing it together. Oh, it's just so good.